Hey, it's great to be here, and the Plymouth Poet Laureate adds so much to this town. My wife and I are about to leave and be traveling. We're going to visit family and friends and spend a few weeks with her sisters. And for those of you in long-term relationships, this is what's called a pre-mistake apology. So it's guaranteed I'll screw something up during the next month, and this poem is intended as an apology before I do it. I assume we all know who Bruce Springsteen is, but the name of the poem is Traveling Companion. Bruce, bard, icon, poet, minstrel of a generation, chronicler of life, love, lust, struggle, and desperation, exposing memories and feelings I did not know I had kept. Generous, gifted, glorious, storyteller and wordsmith, well, except 8 mysteriously misplaced words in Thunder Road. It's as if you were possessed or suffering an acute mental episode. You ain't a beauty, but hey, you're all right. She's to give up all known comforts and ride into the night. What woman responds to such an insipid invitation? It's missing romance, passion, inducement, and supplication. Who wants to travel the great mystery of life with someone who's all right? Not me. For this journey, I want a partner who glows like a meteorite, a woman who recognizes the trip's an opportunity for adventure, intelligent, passionate, caring, righteous, ready for a joint adventure. Some days magnificent, others miserable, in desperate need of tomorrow, knowing she can choose to make existence grand or perpetual sorrow. Found as frequently behind the wheel as on passenger side. In my quest for the promised land, this is who I want by my side. So, thank you. And if you could just remember that for the next couple of weeks, I would desperately appreciate it. The next poem is about my mother, and it's the Cuban Missile Crisis. Those of you who are not old enough to remember the Cuban Missile Crisis really missed an opportunity to sweat. So this is my poem about the Cuban Missile Crisis, and it involves my mom. It's called Cuba. October 1962, 10-year-old, 5th grade, Cronkite, every night, Russian planes, missiles, Cuba. Thermonuclear annihilation, sleepless child, exhausted mother. You're worried about war? She draws bedroom window shades. There, that takes care of it. Of course, the Kennedys took credit. The next poem is, I'm a child of a baby boomer kid, and we used to have Sunday meals. 2 o'clock, family would get together, and there were stories. And there were stories about my uncles. My Uncle Tom, in World War II, my Uncle Tom was in the Navy, and he was at Pearl Harbor on December 7th, 1941. He lived, and he subsequently fought in the Battle of the Coral Sea. My Uncle Joe, my dad's brother, joined the Army Reserve in 1940 to make a few extra dollars. And in 1942, he found himself in a trench on a beach in Port Moresby with 3 lines of barbed wire between him and the high tide mark. Knowing that if the Japanese won the naval battle of the Coral Sea, they'd be coming through that barbed wire in a matter of hours. And my Uncle Ed was a fighter pilot off of aircraft carriers in 1944 and 45. He talked about the randomness of life and death. I wish I'd listened to them more, but I was a teenager and they were old. All 3 of them came home, and they added to the fabric and the fiber of our family, and in Uncle Joe's case, to some of the mischief. Last October, Gail booked us a trip to Japan, and we're going to Hiroshima, and I did not know how I would feel about it. Because I have some difficulty adjusting my sleep schedule, I was waking up at 4:30 in the morning and going for walks, and I took a number of walks in Hiroshima. And this poem is called Early Morning Walk, Hiroshima. Yellow, orange, red sunrise behind, long, deep western shadows ahead. Stillness, serenity, anticipation of unrealized, unintended, unexpected. Crows, cries, careen off canyons of somnolent apartment buildings, drapes drawn, blinds closed. Slender ocean breeze sways delicate white pine branches. Small soprano songbirds clamor, breakfast in 5. Boulevards, avenues, intersections, absent diesel delivery trucks, silent electric commuter buses, endless parade of clean subcompacts stop to make right against oncoming traffic, turn signals activated. Sidewalks await pedestrians, dedicated, determined businessmen, black Oxfords, dark pants, snow-white dress shirts, open-neck collar, emotionless faces, decisive pace, professional women, same expressions, uniform unspoken dress code, haphazard procession of joyful, delighted elementary school students, teal bucket hats for girls, baseball caps boys, backpacks, stuffed animals, lunch boxes, curious crowds of adolescents, colorful school ties hang loose, heavy book bags, quick glances, secret conversations, mosey meander. Hiroshima, before the heat of the day. So, thank you very much.